Hey guys, and welcome to Gwent, the Witcher card game. My name is Jaggerous, and today I'm going to be doing an arena draft. And I know I had an arena draft in progress, and we've had to kind of scrap that video, and I'm sorry for it. You know, you've got the draft, but you won't see the follow-up, because now we have special rule sets for the time being. So Mimic, turn your opponent's strength to your advantage. In this challenge, play with your opponent's deck instead of your own. So the objective is to draft a really bad deck that our opponent then has to play. That is kind of the thought process. And actually, the worst card here is probably Kahir, because you're going to be drafting a bad leader. So then if you can give them a bad leader, that's pretty good. Aretuza Adept is terrible, because we're not going to give him any Frost. Imperial Golem, also, you know, only 3 points if we don't give him any Reveal. So that, I think, is a solid choice. Lambert. Actually, we could have probably gone for... Fake Ciri there, because as long as he doesn't have a way to lock or remove her, she's going to give us points over time. But there is only a 5, so that's pretty okay. Sage, 2-point pick. So we have to give him some sort of special card. Probably we give him Bone Talisman. That's, I would say, the worst one here. Although it's kind of annoying that we have to put this into the deck because it then gives him a little bit of options. I think Vic of Aromedic's pretty bad because we're going to have bad bronzes as well. And then, similarly, Letho is not great. And if we gave him Letho, actually, you know, if we picked Fake Ciri, Letho wouldn't have worked. So this has actually turned out okay. Then he can have Ceres Fearless. Actually, no, should we give him Moran? Because if this doesn't flip, then he gets no points. So we can kind of know about that. Then we'll give him a Blue Mountain Elite. Next up, I think another Moran. Because also these aren't tempo plays, so they're not great in that regard. Another Imperial Golem. Does he have any cursed units? If he doesn't have any cursed units, we want to go Skjall. No cursed units. So we'll go... Actually, no, Restore is even worse, because, you know, there's no good Skellige units. That's just a dead card. Then we go... Probably Summoning Circle or Decoy. His Decoy options aren't great, so we're going to take Decoy for now. And then if we know that Decoy's in the deck, you know, that's kind of okay. We'll go Shani here, I think. Is the worst choice, I would say. Spawn 3 peasants on the row. Okay, we'll give him that one. Then... Another Moran. I feel bad. I made this deck called Booby Trap, and I actually think this deck that I've made here is even more of a booby trap than the original deck. Like, how many Morans can you get? A different Demon unit. We don't have any Demon units. That's a 1-point play. Oh my god, if we get Morvan as the leader now, I'm going to be, like, super tilted. I can't give him Magni because this is an item, so we'll give him more Golems. Heime's actually going to work with... Oh, no, it won't, because these aren't soldiers. So, I was going to say, is Heime going to work with these guys? I think the answer is no. This is a tough one. He has a lot of small units, so Becca's Twisted Mirror would probably give him points if I play anything big. This deals damage to the row. I think maybe we go Pit Trap, and then, like, if we know he has Pit Trap, it should be okay. Marching Orders is just bad, because all of the kind of 1-strength units aren't good. Then we'll go Ekamara. Although, actually, maybe I should have gone the one that boosts elves. That would have maybe been more sensible. Pavetta's not good, because if I know he has it, I can just play a very small bronze unit. And then we go Aileron. And honestly, this whole situation is pretty fantastic. He can replay a card, so we could give him Emir, which lets him pick up and replay a card. But given his options to pick up and replay, I think that's actually fine. And that's the deck. So now our opponent has to play this deck. So keep that in mind. We're not going to be playing the 3 Morin Forest Child deck. Like, that is going to be our opponent. What we do need to keep in mind is that we have 3 Morin Forest Child, so we want to play our special cards that we have in the deck our opponent built, you know, as quickly as possible. Although, typically your opponents don't really give you special cards. So this kind of will, I would hope, be okay. Yeah, see? No special cards. And then mulliganing, you're just mulliganing your small point cards. If you have a way of killing your own prize-winning cow, he's actually not too bad. So we can kill the prize-winning cow with the Damned Sorceress if we have another cursed unit. But I don't think that we do. So, let's mulligan the Elite for now, then the Priestess of Freya, and then the prize-winning cow. And yeah, no special cards, which means all of those Morans, dead cards. Absolutely just dead cards. And that is really solid for us. So we'll just pass this round. We don't want to play into this round because if he can get ahead, he can get card advantage, and this guarantees us not having card disadvantage going into the final round.
A bit of respect. You're not talking to Geralt.
We can actually, we've got Francesca as our leader as well, so we can throw a bad card and find the best card in the deck. Which is kind of scary. Like, that's kind of crazy. a mulliganing. Isn't it so nice when you get the cards that you mulliganed? Doesn't everyone love that as a strategy? So let's see if he plays into the round. He might play into the round to try and bleed. And he's chosen not to. Cool. So we'll play the worst card that we have, which is the Protector. And then we pass. And this new arena mode is really interesting because you end up kind of trying to find synergies within your cards, not knowing what's in the deck. And sometimes you can. Sometimes there are synergies. Sometimes people kind of mess up. And you'll find the cards that you want. So maybe I think we keep the prize-winning cow because we can always mulligan something to try and find a way to kill it. I'm just thinking if we can find a way to kill it. This deck probably doesn't have a way to kill it now that I think about it. So let's just play Francesca.
My folk have suffered much.
And throw the prize-winning cow. Now I'm going to find a way to kill it in the deck. This wouldn't kill it. This wouldn't kill it. This actually is not bad because we're going to... I mean, well, he'll have an ambush unit. John Natalis, we don't have a target for. Zoltan Scoundrel, that is a solid card. Let's take that one. Nice. Because we're going to basically be able to boost an entire row of units doing that. Which is quite exciting. And I think given our deck, he's got 3 golems. He's got 3 Morens. It's just like... It's kind of insane. It's kind of insane. Come on, play some cards. Whereas we have... Oh, look, it's a Moran that is never going to turn over. So I like to then play, like, my low point cards first. And then kind of ramp up to the higher point cards. That's kind of my sort of strategy in this. My kind of sort of strategy. Oh no, how many does he have? I wonder if he's realised that they're never going to flip because he hasn't drafted any special cards. Okay, so we'll play the Drummond and we'll just discard. I mean, it doesn't really matter what we discard, but we'll get rid of the Priestess. Just in case he has a way of making us draw. We wouldn't want to draw into a dead card. Although if we played the Warmonger, we could have resurrected it. So he did actually have a synergy there, for example, with the Priestess into the Warmonger.
Doubt I'll ever pay off these school loans.
And right now we're just kind of playing cards. The only thing we have to be a little bit scared of is... Well, he has the card that makes us draw our weakest bronze, and our weakest bronze is a 4. So I don't even think we have to be scared of that particularly. I kind of feel super guilty about these two. Oh, I didn't actually intend to play this just now. I wasn't even thinking. 5 damage, and this is more damage. Let's play this one. Because I actually wanted to save Dorgaray in case we got Ogfist. And then I'm just like on autopilot, pick the smallest card. So a little bit of a misplay there. Pit Trap. Okay, so let's play units on the front row instead. He has a Drowner, I think, so actually he has a little bit of synergy with Pit Trap. Oh no, maybe I didn't draft a Drowner. I don't remember. I drafted something that deals damage. Ah well, we'll find out after the game. We can check the deck. And that's the thing, because you can't see your deck. Deck trackers don't work in this situation. So working out what it is you played is kind of stressful. So let's play this and shoot this. I don't know if we even want to play Albrecht. I don't think we need to, necessarily. He'll probably pick her up just because he can heal her. Like, if that's the best play he has with his Emir, that's just depressing.
Patience is not a virtue I am known to have.
That's depressing.
We're all dressed up just for you.
And, like, the thing is, this deck is by no means good, but we got such a bad deck. Although if he mulligans a Moran, does he not blacklist all the other Morans? That's the only issue, is that if he mulligans one, he blacklists them. But then maybe he'll draw into them into the final round. Like, this guy has 2 Morans, for example. I'm not going to lock the Morans, because I think they flip over if you lock them. So we don't want to give him the points. We could choose to showcase his Morans.
A highly curious case.
So we'll go Duda. Duda. Duda.
I shall do what I must.
We don't even need to play the last card. Like, I don't want to draw into a spell. I don't think I will draw into a spell, but, like, you know, at this point we're just going through the motions. And we win. So, yeah, that was pretty solid, I would say. Pretty solid. Let's see if we had a Droner. I don't know, did I accidentally give him synergy? No, he doesn't. His highest bronze is a 5. Jesus Christ, this is actually horrifically strong. Right, guys, let's jump into another game and try out this game mode once more. And if you like the deck, don't forget to leave a like on the video.
The North shall tuck tail and beg for mercy.
There will be no negotiation.
Oh, we got Ethne. So it's kind of funny with this deck. Every time I see it, I'm always like, oh, I'm playing against another Emir, but it's actually not. It's like, I gave him Emir, you know? Like, I am the reason he has Emir. So we'll throw Letho, because there's nothing we're going to need to lock. Cadaverin, did we put any neutral bronzes in there? Maybe? This can kill neutral bronzes. Actually, we'll throw this because we don't want to play any special cards. And then we'll also throw the Arrakis. Then we dry pass. And we'll see what he chooses to play. The thing is, as long as we mulligan into our Moraine strategy, we're in a really strong position with the deck. Hey, look, it's a golem. He's got 3 of those. Huh! We actually have 2 Witchers. So if we mulligan this for now, but then we can mulligan one of the Witchers going into the next round. And then we have the synergy of the Witchers. Which I think is pretty good. Unless he chooses to play into this round. In which case we maybe should have mulliganed one of the Witchers now. But this is a synergy. See, this is what I mean about finding synergies as you play the deck. Here we found a little synergy.
Dance of death! Ha!
Which is kind of cool. So, you know, that's a thing. Let's play this guy. So long as we stay ahead of him in points, it's kind of fine. And he may be aiming to try and bleed us. But, as far as I'm concerned, it's fine.
Humans to the sea!
Like, as long as we stay ahead. So we need to play, what, 6 points here? Fortunately, we don't have a good 6-point option. Like, 6 points exactly. But we can go 7 points. Well, 9 points, technically. It's not a problem. So long as we stay ahead, like I say. So now we need 3 points to be ahead, so we can play this. And basically I'm trying to stay ahead while playing as few points as I can, because that's what you want to do in this game mode. If they choose to play into round 2, you want to just try and keep up, and if you can do that, then, you know, so much the better.
Aye, aye, sir.
So that's what we're trying to do in this situation, is just, you know, stay ahead of our opponent whilst keeping our big value cards. The only issue is if he plays Pavetta, you know, we have to be a little bit aware of that. Okay, so now we need to make a 10-point play. So let's just play Say Synthesis. Although, yeah, we'll play Say Synthesis. I was going to say, what if he has Hand Marvin? But he doesn't have Hand Marvin because I made his deck. So I know he doesn't have Hand Marvin. And that's really our goal here, is just to stay just ahead of our opponent. And he plays a dead card. So it's probably quite doable. We'll play the Lubberkin. Okay, so that's a 6. Like, the thing is, we're kind of getting to the point where we can potentially hero pass. Let's just play Ethne.
Humans have no place in Broccolon.
We don't need the points. We don't want to play special cards. So this is kind of fine. Now he has to play something and then pick something up.
Beg for mercy.
So it makes sense he picks up the card that's worth the most points, you know? Now we are slightly behind, but we just play Ronvid.
For me,
Oh wait, oh, I did it the wrong way. Crap, I was like, we're behind, but we're not behind. that was accidental math. So we're ahead. Why? Why am I so dumb? Feels bad. Okay, so let's mulligan one of these Witchers. Ulfheiden. Ulfheiden is really good in the short round. Let's play Elven Merc, just in case there's, you know, special cards.
For this most beautiful of maidens, I shall fight 100 duels.
It also means if he plays Pavetta, there's 1 strength bodies on the board.
You must stop,
See?
please.
So that's fine.
I'm in
Lambert.
no mood to talk.
Then we get Eskel, which is nice. This is worth 7. And, like, Bernard Shooter, you don't actually have to take a card. Like, you don't have to swap anything, so it's kind of fine. Do we try and find one of his silvers? What are his silvers?
A bit of bloodletting.
That is the question. I guess there's no harm in it. Pavetta. So I would get a 1 and he would get a 3. So technically that's a net gain for me. Oh man, it would be really cool if we could have used this to get Lambert to pull the witches. That would have been super cool. So this is worth 3, 4, 5. This isn't actually. This is probably worth more. Like,
We will take back what was
Pavetta
stolen.
is fun, but that's a 9-point play at least. I wonder if he has any Morans. I think if he had Morans, he would have played them though. Like, maybe we have too many Morans and the whole blacklisting thing in the mulligan is a little bit of a problem. But genuinely don't think that it is.
I shall teach them a lesson they will not forget.
We're up 2. And we have some decent cards in
I
hand.
shall do what I must.
Oh, but he has Kahir.
Patience is not a virtue.
So I guess he
am
picks
known
up the
to
Vic of
have.
Aro, right? And then gets, what, a 4? It's not really that good. Decoy the Drowner. Which he took out of my graveyard. Then takes the Vic of Aro.
I wrote the book on that spell.
So now he Vic of Aro's like a 3, and then I win with Ulfheiden. Because there's nothing good in my graveyard. See, the decoy is not great. Like, the decoy only worked there because he got something good with the Vic of Aro. And that's because he chose to play into the first round. Otherwise, we would have had, you know, no value with the Vic of Aro, so... Kinda is what it is. Like, my best bronze is a 4. And there we go! We win the game. He didn't have as many Morans, though. Like, not so many booby traps, which is kind of a shame. Okay, so there you go. We'll send a GG. But yeah, guys, that's the new game mode, and it's literally like winning with the worst deck, and it kind of is really hilarious, so it's really cool that CDPR implemented this. I don't know how long it's going to exist for, but I will record the rest of this run for you guys here on YouTube, so if you want to see the rest of this run, it'll probably come out in 2 or 3 parts after this one, so probably 2 more parts, and we'll try and see how far we go. If you have a prediction for how far you think we're going to go, let me know in the comments below, and let me know what you think of the draft and whether you would have picked differently. If you enjoyed this video, maybe leave it a like, and you can always subscribe to the channel. You can find me on Twitter @Jaggerous and on Twitch, twitch.tv/Jaggerous. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!